It's May 17th, 2026, so around 2:30 p.m. I slept pretty well last night and I had some more vivid dreams. The first half of it, I dreamt that I was going to some sort of secret, not club, but some sort of secret organization or society with a friend of mine from high school who was married but was being, she's married in real life, but in this dream, in this other timeline or parallel universe or whatever, we were kind of on a date or some sort of something. I don't know. It was some sort of hangout. Anyway, we were walking to this like secret place or whatever, and as I walked in, there was like some experimental noise museum. It was a really cool place. It seemed like it was just an open warehouse, like a big warehouse with all these different synthesizers and instruments and people. I mean, in my dream, it did sound like Guitar Center does, where it's just a bunch of random shit being played, all, not together. But I remember walking in and thinking that was cool, and then I kept going further into this underground place. I think I dreamt that this was in Manhattan, by the way. I was like in some random building in Manhattan, I think, and then I dreamt that I was at like some inspirational speaker event. Suddenly we were basically like, there was a huge crowd and there was a guy on a microphone, and my friend that I was with was falling asleep on me, and he was like singling her out. He was like talking, and he's like, "Hey, what's going on over there?" and like pointed at us immediately, and I was like, "She's tired." And it was just very like monotonous and boring. And I'll get into how I feel now in a little bit here, like how I feel after waking up from this. But even in my dream, I felt very like empty. I was in all of a sudden the guy who was speaking came down. He that's whatever I said sparked his interest, and he came down and started like interviewing me like face to face, like one of those things, singling me out as well. And then every response I gave him, the audience was like cracking up because of how honest I was. And I still felt really empty. It was a weird feeling in the dream of like I was entertaining all these people and making everybody laugh. And it felt good in some ways, but at the same time I just felt very empty. And today I feel very empty. Today I feel, I know I can be really enthusiastic or very animated on here and goofy, and maybe my mood will change when I get to work. Probably not. I feel very empty and alone nowadays. Now, that doesn't take away from the fact that I'm still excited about my album that I'm releasing and this record and all that. Like I'm happy about that stuff, but I guess I'm tired of feeling content and I don't want my creative outlets to be the only thing that give me satisfaction, but it appears that that's just what the reality of my life might be. I feel very empty with people nowadays. Even people that I'm close with. Even my closest friends and my family, my parents, I don't really feel a part of anything. I don't feel like anybody gets me. Pretty much all the time I feel like everyone knows me and everyone sees me like in such a vulnerable state, and I don't really see anybody else like that. I feel extremely alone in that aspect of wanting to kind of open up every bit of who I am or what I am before I die, and feeling like everyone else is kind of trying to hide that or get away from it. I don't mean for this to start off so depressing. I hope I feel better after smoking some weed or just getting the day going. Sometimes just getting the ball rolling helps, but I feel so nothing today. I feel extremely nothing. I'm tired of not knowing where I stand with people. Like I'm always really saddened at how I just kind of stop hearing from people, and I don't know why. I have friends that as soon as they get a girlfriend or as soon as something else is going on in their lives, like I don't hear from them. And then if I stop reaching out to them, I feel like they think I'm being the dick, and it's like like I feel like such a deterrent lately. I feel like no one wants to stick around, and no one wants to be around me. And I don't blame them. I'm always self-indulgent. I'm a lot of the times very self-indulgent and negative and just kind of unnecessarily cynical, but I guess I'm annoyed that I don't really have anybody else to be cynical with, or I don't have anybody. I rarely have people that are wanting to feel that stuff, or you know, like, I don't know, it goes in waves. Like sometimes I'm in a good mood, and then other people are feeling like I am right now. You know, it's always constantly changing, but I feel so disconnected from everybody, and I can't tell who cares about me, who just cares about me right now. Like, I think a lot of things in life are just momentary. I think people glob on to whatever the present moment is, but I don't really feel that anybody that's in my life right now will be around in the long run, because I don't really feel like I grow lately. I feel like I'm not growing, and I don't know why. We get different things from different people. I love how much escape I get from the guys at work, but maybe I'm not wanting to escape lately. Those guys are so fun, and we can just be kind of carefree and talk bullshit. But I feel like I've done that for 15 years already. Being a carefree stoner that just talks bullshit. I mean, that's my whole life outside of music. But I don't. I have days like today where I don't feel anything. Like, I really don't feel anything right now. Maybe that's why I've cut back on drinking too, is because the after effect of it, not even the hangover the next day. Like, yesterday I was fine, but then, like, days later, it's like that lack of dopamine, or that, like, the high highs have low lows to balance them out, you know? And I look around at my stuff, I look around at the things that I collect and the things that I have, and I'm like, why doesn't this give me more than like, it feels like it's not giving me enough. Like, I want more from all this stuff. You know, I look at all this stuff and I'm just like, this is cool and all, but, like, where is where are the people to share it with, I guess. Being in this place, you know, my little home, or whatever, my small place, it feels like a sanctuary, as well as some sort of, like I just feel like no one else is here, and I feel alone, and like this is an island or something. Excuse me. I was just drinking some coffee. I don't feel sad. I just feel. And I guess I do feel sad. Like, I feel sad that I don't know how to approach anything anymore. Or I don't know. I felt like so sure of, like, who I was, or like who other people were, but I feel confused, and I feel like I'm in a world of strangers. Everybody, including the ones that I'm close with, feels like they're a stranger. In when I'm talking, like, philosophically, like they, of course they're not strangers. They just a lot of the times things feel like nobody gets me. I know this is like all stupid adolescent, teenage mind mentality. Like, I know that doesn't matter as we get older, but I don't know if I've ever felt truly connected to most people. I look at my friendships when I think about my friendships when I was growing up, and I think it was just like a time and place thing. I don't know if my childhood best friends, or like my childhood friends, were actually my friends. I don't really feel connected to them. Not now. I don't know if I fucking connected with them later, and maybe I was just like accepting that that's how socializing was. Like I think I've always felt that being around people is not, it's never really enough, and maybe that's just how it's always going to be. Like maybe I'm just wanting someone to be in my head, or wanting someone to be so close to me that they're a part of my DNA, and I guess I just know that that's never going to happen. Like I know that like no one's ever going to understand me to the fullest extent of how I would love to be seen. With these vlogs, it's like I don't even know who's watching. Like there could be people that I know in real life, in person, that are watching this that'll never say anything about that, or if they do, maybe they're like they don't want to like seem like, you know, they don't want me to feel weird with the fact that they're watching me, like a lot, you know. Maybe like I don't know who the fuck is watching these, but anybody that comments on these, that really means a lot, because I you know, even if it's a bot, the fucked up thing is, even if it's a bot comment, just like feeling acknowledged. I guess I'm really worn out from feeling like I don't get acknowledgement from anyone other than myself. Like real acknowledgement. I think everyone's so distracted with themselves and with their own shit that I don't know, most of the time when I talk to others, I don't think that they're even listening to me. I don't think they even hear what I'm saying. And when they do, it's so fleeting. The worst part about other people is I feel that even when I'm being seen or being heard, it's such a smidgen of it's such a brief moment. I feel like it's a race most of the time to get out my point, because I know that someone's going to talk over me or interrupt me, or like I don't ever. It's like, unless I'm doing this and filming on camera and can just kind of go without being interrupted, I don't know if I feel like other people are giving me what I need. I feel so much of my wants being satisfied and not enough of my needs, I guess. But what really hurts so much is how many people have like just stopped talking to me, and like they don't even explain why. They don't even tell me why. You could tell me straight up if you don't want to talk to me anymore, and if you have a reason, because then I would understand. But when it's just a blank, black, empty space of nothing, of feeling like you've been ghosted so hard for so long, it's just, I feel like I don't exist. I have so many suicidal ideations, and really, it's like it feels like a cry for help more than anything. I don't really want to die. I feel like no one's gonna care about me until I am dead. I don't think anybody's gonna actually give a shit about anything that I've done until I'm dead. And you'll all say, oh, if I died tomorrow, you'll all say, oh my God, I would have loved to get to know. Like, everyone's always got these regrets, and now, like, the present moment right now are the moments to take action and make people feel seen and not feel like people are invisible. Like you don't get to keep people as background NPCs of your life and then pretend that you actually gave a fuck about them when they were alive. You don't get to do that. And death is already such an awful thing, that for you all to have the audacity to act like you're closer with people than you actually are is just bonkers to me. It's absolutely bonkers how many people love to seem like they were important in somebody's life when that person, especially if they committed suicide, a lot of people I think kill themselves because of exactly what I'm talking about right now. Because people don't feel seen. Because people feel like they could fucking disappear and no one would even fucking care. No one would even notice. And that's how I feel today. I feel like completely invisible and nothing and empty. And I don't think that my life has any significant... Not only does it not have significant meaning, I don't know if it has any meaning at all to anyone other than myself. And my parents, of course my parents care about me, but they're so caught up in themselves. The three of us are such independent people. Like, my parents are such solo, independent people, and so am I, that you know, there's so many pros and cons to that. Well, I love that I've learned so much from like having to be independent, or like how I found myself without feeling like I'm defined by what my parents wanted to be. While that's an amazing feeling, I don't know if they know me. I think they do. My mom knows me really well. My dad, I don't know if he knows me that well. And I don't know if I know him. Like I do. But I don't know. I think like my mom and I feel like we're close when it comes to like talking about ideas. And I mean, I've been stupidly open with her. She's very open with me. And there are people around me that are open with me, but to a certain, it's like there's a certain cap on that, you know? And there should be. It's like I don't want to hear everything that's going on in somebody's head, but I guess the feeling, like that feeling of pure like openness and like unconditional love that I feel with like I do feel that with both my parents, you know, especially my mom, but like the fact that it's like only them and it's only been them really throughout my life, throughout my entire life. Everyone else seems like so momentary and like they're not going to be around. Whether that's on them or whether that's on me, like I'm the same way as far as like I'm such a terrible person, like so terrible with the approach of like you're not giving me enough of what I need kind of thing. Like I will suddenly start distancing myself from people if I feel like I'm not really getting anything out of it. And that's most people. Like most people, I don't really feel like I'm getting what I want or need out of them. And I feel like everyone looks at me as such a mental case, like I'm crazy, like I'm fucked up, like I'm such a terrible fucking person. And that's why they all have the same energy of like pretending to care about me because they know that I want to kill myself. And they do that so that they don't feel bad or they don't feel like they're like attributing to that. That's how most people make me feel. It feels like they're just pretending to care so that they don't have to feel sad if I die. But I can feel it. I can feel the resistance of like I can feel them forcing it or forcing themselves to be nice or forcing themselves to smile at me or care about me. And I just don't feel anything real with most people, with anybody. I don't know if I've ever felt anything real at all outside of my own head and outside of music. Nothing feels real anymore. And sometimes I want some big dramatic event to happen in my life so that I can remember how reality actually, or like, you know, so I can be brought down to earth from this shit. It's like I'm always just waiting for like some sort of big moment. Always like the big dramatic things in my life feel like the only thing that I really pay attention to, and everything else just seems like it fades away and it's just nothing. So I like movies. So I like music. I like when things feel big or like when things feel like significant. There's emphasis on it or it's special or whatever. And most of the time I don't feel that anything is special with people, with conversations that I have, with the hobbies that I love. You know, sometimes I don't feel anything from them. Sometimes I play video games or like watch something and I just don't really know why the fuck I'm doing it. So that's how I feel today so far, at least. Talking about it on here kind of helps a little bit, but it just, again, feels like I'm casting out a line to nothing. These videos feel like, you know, they really feel like I'm just wasting my time a lot of the time. And I enjoy wasting my time like this. Like, I don't mind. I like making videos. I like doing stuff and making something, and I don't feel like content. I don't feel good unless I'm working, unfortunately. I feel like I need to be productive or need to document things or record myself or be doing things like this to feel like I'm contributing. I guess that's all I want, is some sort of reciprocity with feeling like other people are like wanting to not even contribute to my life. Like, I don't need gains. I want links and connections, and I want people. Like, I hate how much I hate people and how much I want them. Always. I hate everybody, but I want to be around everybody. when I feel like it. When I feel like it, or when I'm damn good and ready. Because I'm yearning. It's like it's the dumbest shit. I'm never happy. I'm never satisfied. I'm never okay with whatever situation I'm in. Right now I feel lonely and I'm all sad, but if I had a fucking wife and a kid causing a fucking ruckus in here in a different place or whatever, like I would hate that too. I don't want people too much. I don't want to be completely alone. I don't ever feel content with anything, and I don't ever think that I'm going to be happy with what is, because I'm always thinking of what isn't. I am the worst kind of, I don't have that, I want it, now that I have it, I don't want it kind of person. I'll chase a woman for years. As soon as I get her, as soon as she like is mine or has, then I'm sick of it and I don't want it now. That's how fucked up I am. Or maybe I just need to be in a relationship with a woman that, you know, makes me like, keeps that like hunting and chasing and that excitement of that. Like I feel like someone that I really fall in love with or want to actually have a life with wouldn't go away, you know? I don't believe that relationships have to settle or that they have to get boring or not. You know, I'm always wanting to feel excited or inspired by life, and I guess I'm just kind of settling into how just fucking mundane everything is. Even with all this shit going on in the world, even though there's like some crazy, like, you know, there's always some crazy shit going on. The last 10 years have been just absolutely crazy with our psychopathic fucking president, who I hate very much. And I hate what he's done to this country, how he's basically made me feel, I have mixed feelings about the American flag, about Americans in general, and about being American. I hate it. I hate it so much. But despite all that, I still feel very just empty. Maybe I tell myself that I have to feel nothing so that I don't lose my fucking mind from feeling everything. That's usually what's going on in my head, is I have to shut down, go away from everyone, and bury myself in a fucking cave or a hole somewhere so that no one can see me, that I don't have to deal with the burden of everyday life and being in a society and being a person. I don't feel like I'm a person. Like, I feel like I'm not meant to be a human being. Not that I'm saying I'm meant to be a god or something bigger than that. I don't think that I was supposed to be born. And I don't think that I was supposed to be here. Ever. And if you like me and if you really appreciate my life, and that's great. That's fine and dandy, but I don't feel anything from that. Like, I can give and give and give and be like some sort of artist, creative person that people admire and people want to see, but I don't feel like that's enough. I'm afraid of being successful because I think I know for a fact that, like, I just know now subconsciously that if I got every single thing that I wanted, that I would still be unhappy. I would still feel very unhappy and feel very depressed, and maybe even more depressed knowing that I got literally nothing to complain about and I still feel like shit or still feel sadness and emptiness. That's kind of what I predict my life could be. Is that all the success I ever wanted, everything I ever wanted could happen, and it won't be enough still. And we can call that entitlement. We can call that like, oh, I'm just a spoiled American white fucking dickhead who is like, we could say that you know, that I'm a product of the worst parts of America, I guess. But I still have to deal with it, and I still, like, even if I am I don't think I'm a bad person, but even if I'm even if I'm an unpleasant person, I still feel like I matter to myself. Like, I want to matter, or I want to find meaning, but I'm so sick of seeing everyone on social media, like, I feel like everyone gets it and everyone wants to be nice to each other and wants to be good friends and wants to be, like, it feels like everyone knows how to socialize and be a part of other people's lives, and I don't know how to do that. I don't know how to do anything, I don't think, other than play music. But I'm sorry to start off the day with this mood. I just woke up feeling extreme nothingness, and I'm forever disappointed with how all of my wants and desires are like completely meaningless. I know that I'm never gonna live. I'm never gonna be fully content, and I don't think I'm ever gonna live truly how I want to live. And I'm just gonna have to accept how plain everything is. That's it, I guess. I'm eating something now and hoping that I feel a little better after this. I'm just eating some steak. Leftover steak, mashed potatoes, and broccoli. And I don't know why, but I feel like most steaks that I've eaten are never really cooked that well. They're always chewy, and they're always, I don't know, maybe it's just it's a cheap cut of beef, or if they don't know what they're doing. I don't know. I'm getting this from some random restaurant. I assume the person that cooked this is like a recovering drug addict who's just trying to keep their job and doesn't want to make it too rare because they don't want somebody to get sick or somebody to complain that it's too pink, when it's like I want it to be just edible. I feel like most steaks, it's like I'm eating bubble gum or something. This one's cooked all right, but I think that's why I like chicken and fish so much, is because no one knows how to cook beef, or they get beef that's cheap. It just sucks. Because when it's good, it's so good. I love steak. I just hate that no one really knows how to fucking make it. Well, we were just having a very interesting conversation. We just ended up on the topic of Forrest Gump. Well, first of all, we were talking about communism, McCarthyism, and red herrings, and so have you. And then I was just, for whatever reason, I just started thinking of the 60s in general, and then I was thinking of the timeline of Forrest Gump. Now, I assume he's supposed to be, okay, in the timeline where he's in Nam and in meeting JFK and in the 60s, I guess he's supposed to be like 18 to 22 there, right? So when the movie takes place in present day, is that like a 25-year jump? I guess 25, 30-year jump. Like, is he supposed to be 40-something? Is Tom Hanks playing an 18-year-old Forrest Gump as well as like a 40 or... He's got to be, right? Like, it's definitely in present day when the movie starts and he's on the bench. And it's in 1994, which is almost 30... 50. Yeah. Like, if you met JFK, he had to have met him in 63. 62 or 63. Yeah, because... Before he died, right before... Well, because I think in the timeline, he met him right before he got assassinated.
Does he meet him after he gets back from Nam?
No, I think that... I don't know. Actually, I don't remember.
See, that's what I'm saying. Does he go to Nam and then JFK die? Or does he die and then he goes to Nam?
There are a couple of eventful moments in the movie. That's kind of, like, I don't really remember. There's so many things that happen.
Since
yeah.
In that fucking movie?
Yeah, it's like the whole thing with it is how many different lives he's living too, and like that's like the point of it.
The sequel we were talking.
Yeah, that's that's literally why I grabbed the camera. So hey, you're on, Blake.
All I know about it is there's a book, and I think they spoke about making it into a movie, and he goes to space with like an orangutan named like Baby or something, and they become like really good friends, and he like, what was it?
That's what Rocket Man is based off of.
It is. It actually. No, I think it is.
I was kidding. Are you serious?
I think it's something having to do with. I want to say I've heard that before.
No
I'm not even kidding. But I do know that he there's something having to do with Amazon or Google or something. He's like, Google's a funny name in the book sequel, and he like helps them create.
Which is kind of a not like because
it's just like
he brings up Apple in the first.
Yeah,
it's
just like they just had a bunch more pop culture things that they threw Forrest into, and they added a monkey pal.
I think I remember seeing that though too, like seeing the book maybe in libraries back in the day.
Yeah, I saw it at Barnes and Noble in high school, and me and my friend Errol were like, "What the fuck
Forrest
is this?"
Gump 2, Gump season.
Yeah, Gump is back, and this time he's pissed.
This time it's personal, Jenny. I was waiting to see if you
I was like reading that, and then like I heard you say that, I was like, Jenny. Man.
So here's another thing: is Jenny an evil person, or is she just very troubled? I'm not a fan of the internet hate saying that she's like the worst person. I think she literally was molested by her father, got AIDS, was like abused, like she's fucked up. Is the point?
Here's the thing: sometimes the right person isn't the right, or sometimes the right person isn't always the right person. You know what I'm saying? And so, like, she may have really cared about Forrest, but she got a lot of stuff going on her own, and you know, and she may wanted to be with him, and it ended up being using him. I think in the long run, I think in the end, she did care about Forrest for who he was, because he was like there for her. I mean, she had his kid, so. You know, she had to care about him a little bit.
Yeah, hey, if you gave birth to Haley Joel Osment, you know, I guess that really just solidifies how awful of a person that she was. No, I love Haley Joel Osment. Yeah, that was like right before Pay It Forward and The Sixth Sense too.
I love
like
Haley
right
Joel
before.
Osment because he got older, his body changed, but his face stayed the same.
His eyes
you took his boy face and went and put it on like a grown man's body. Like when that rabbit had the man's head.
He gets like just killed in the boys or whatever.
He was good in the boys. I'm sad that he wasn't like in it longer.
Yeah, no, he does everything so quick. I mean, the fact that he did the Always Sunny promos as Mac. Yeah, it's funny. I never watched. I watched a good amount of his flicks. I mean, AI is actually one of my favorite. That's such an interesting thing too. How that was supposed to be Stanley Kubrick's film, and then Spielberg took over.
I heard that.
So it was like his script. I think he's even credited as a like story by Kubrick or something. But I never saw like Secondhand Lions.
That's a good movie.
Yeah, that's actually that's Robert Duvall, isn't that right?
Yeah, it's Robert Duvall, Michael Caine, and Haley Joel Osment.
Yeah, that's supposed to be a pretty solid flick.
Robert Duvall like fucks up some people in it too. He's like awesome. He's like an old man that beats up
Pay It
kids.
Forward is like the most depressing.
That is a very
fucking movie. It's like, and it's like the ending of it is why it's so powerful. Just like, is it necessary? I'm gonna take the camera off me. I feel like I have shit in my tooth. Is it necessary?
Oh, I have it too because you gave me cucumbers too.
I was eating cucumbers and apples.
No, stuff in our cheese.
I'm embarrassed now. Oh, God. No, I'm fine. But no, Pay It Forward is that's like one of those things. I wonder if it would. If I don't think it is. Like it's not based on a book, right? It feels like it should have been a book.
You know where I saw that movie? School.
Yeah, I think
I don't know why they
watched it with family when I was like
school.
6. I was like 6 years old watching this little kid get stabbed to death, and it's just so fucked up. Kevin Spacey is solid in that though, and he's like the burned. Got burned when he was a kid.
Kevin Spacey's a solid actor. He's just a fucking weirdo.
Yeah,
that's like Roman Polanski, great director, fucking. You know, weirdo out at sea, Captain Pedo
statutory, yeah.
And then Quentin Tarantino, it's those girls are party girls, man, and they were like 13. He's like, the girls of that age are party girls. I like feet.
That is basically Tarantino in a nutshell there, I guess.
How can we fit the N-word into this movie?
But I'm just gonna get the cameo. See, that's the thing is, that's the movie that I wanted to make. Now, I had to put myself in that role because I didn't know if anybody else was gonna really step up to the plate. So I had to take on that task.
I had to put Selma Hayek's foot in my mouth. That was essential to the story of Vampire.
Yeah.
Not like
notice how that was like
plural. It's just like vampire.
You could say that's like the catalyst of the movie. So like right after that, all hell breaks. As soon as he put the foot with tequila in his mouth.
He's like, all right, well, let's just have everything cool happen now.
Yeah.
It's all downhill from there.
Let's completely break away from this this fascinating serial killer.
You fucking need that, because here's the thing: Selma Hayek, beautiful woman. Quentin Tarantino. Weird looking guy. And so after watching her put her foot all in his mouth and him be like or whatever, it's nice to have like some blood and like gore so you can be like, whoa, okay, kind of eye bleach, like get rid of that. It's like a palate cleanser. You see something terrible and then you go look at some cats or something and you're like, oh yeah, not so bad. Fucking he's a goddamn weirdo. I mean, like that's what I'm saying. A lot of great minds are weirdos because they're, really good at one thing.
When you something I definitely like relate to though too is like when you open up everything, you open up everything. It's really it's Pandora's box. Open.
It's open everything.
Yes, we're open for business. Drive through.
Yes, thank you, drive through. That's my favorite Beavis thing.
But yeah, no, but I think that's like a big part of what it is when you open up all of it, and just keeping that in check. I think good artists like open up, but they don't like. I don't know if everyone should be like Gigi Allen, going to extremes with all that shit or how much, but that's what makes people feel alive. That's what makes people feel.
Yeah.
I don't know. You know, like what's crazy is all the shit we don't like about ourselves is I think also like what we. I wonder if some people think that that's the only interesting part of who they are too.
Yeah.
Like they'd rather be bad or evil or vilified than be boring.
Oh, most definitely.
That's like how I look at it. That's how I definitely 100%.
It probably won't be a very popular opinion to the viewers on YouTube, but I feel like that's what a lot of like fucking white racist people are, is that
100%.
they're bored, and then like most people don't. Okay, so you're like German or French or something, but they don't like want to look into their past, and then they see like Black History Month or like Cinco de Mayo or something going on, and then they're like, I ain't got no fucking culture. Why don't I got a parade? And it's like, well, you could, dummy, if you fucking look back and you're like, oh, let's go to Scottish Day or whatever the hell. But instead, they get all pissy and like fucking go and run over a bunch of people.
Right.
I thought it was already on.
I
like that it wasn't on. So all of that, like me, like breathing heavy,
like it's just gonna quick cut.
Just you and me standing in the thing where we be like, nothing's even being filmed. It's just us being like,
for like an hour straight.
Oh no, I forgot to turn the camera on. Oh.
Yeah, dude, we gotta do it again. I left the lens cap on.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought the lens cap on.
Yeah. I forgot to put a tape in.
Yo, Charlie.
What were you saying before I had to walk away? Racist people suck.
Well, no,
I hate how they're like.
A lot of
I hate how. Can we say? Can I say one thing right now though that I feel like I'm very alone in this. Racism, I feel like the stereotype is like old white people or just white people in general, when it's like everybody is racist against everybody. I feel like
most white people are racist, I think, because they're bored and have no culture. Other people have other reasons for being racist, but I think the majority of old white people is like environment, like the time period they grew up in, and then just like being comfortable with it. They're like, you know, people get like set in their ways, and instead of being like, yes, people are equal, it's just easier for them to be like, wow, whatever, N-word this and whatever, and then you don't have to deal with anything. It's like, it's not really they're just, you don't realize until you get out and you start meeting people, like, everywhere has got shitheads. Like, you know who's got, like, I've met a lot of French people. The majority of them I've met, like, have been very mean to me. But I've met some of the nicest people I've known have been the other French people.
I hate how much there is
the 1
both.
out of 10.
There is
but
both.
I think it's
like, even rich people, there are good rich people out there. They're just such a small minority, such a small percent.
Yeah.
But there's gotta be. There's gotta be, right? Like that, maybe. You know, I want to think that.
I think it's just like you when you start looking at the bigger picture, it's just it breaks down to, are you a good person or not? Like, racism falls under one of those things. Like, it all just falls under, are you a shithead or not? Like,
but it's like racism exists, or anything like exists out of fear. Like, people are racist against blacks. They are afraid of black people. Like, that's my assumption. Most people that are racist are afraid of the people that are racist. So they do that. So they never.
System has taught.
But it's always like a safety thing. It's like they know that they're aware of their own racism, that they know if the other person found out that they're racist, they would try to, then it would cause some shit or whatever.
It's a lot of dudes our age now are like, bro, what the fuck's up with all these movies with like girl main characters and a black guy main character? And it's like, what Ellen Ripley has existed since 1970 whatever, when the first Alien
79.
Like, it's not like, it's just now, it's like, you're not on it. Like, everyone has rights. No one's taken away a white guy's rights. It's just everyone's been like leveled out, and they're like, well, I'm not in charge anymore.
Right.
And they don't want to say that.
Whitewashing in Hollywood is 100% a very real thing. White artists like Elvis or anybody in the 50s, like in 40s and 50s, stealing from blacks or people. That is 100% accurate. Like, that's what sucks. Is like, I feel like, you know, if you are oppressing a group of people for so long, you can't be surprised if they're upset about years and years of that oppression. That's how I look at it. Is like, I don't blame. I'm not surprised if black people are racist against whites. It's like, why the fuck wouldn't they be? You know what I mean? Yeah.
Well, you know what it's like. Like 9 out of 10 Americans. Like, I feel like, especially like when you start talking to them, I've noticed like. Everyone's like, yeah, something, like the fucking Germans. Like, everyone's still like on edge about. Christ. Like, I've met a lot of people who are like,
not 100 years ago yet.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's still like a fresh wound for some people. Like,
apparently, it's a big fucking no-no. Like when I visited Europe with my ex-girlfriend, she was like, "Don't say that at all in German." She was like, "It is a big fucking taboo. Like, it's a huge faux pas to even mention it at all."
Trump was like, "Why didn't you tell us about Pearl Harbor?" Yeah, they didn't warn us about. And the lady from Japan's right there. And it's like, what the fuck are you doing? Like,
and see, he's the reason why I can't stand or why I hate him. And I think about January 6th, or why I hate how he is like justified or made not justified. He's made these people that have these awful ideologies. They think they're justified in feeling that way because they're
winning because Trump is like our leader and Trump is the president. It's like he's only like enabling all of these people's poor behavior. Whether he's actually a evil racist pedophile himself, or he's just a fucking jackass who doesn't ever say anything. Yeah, doesn't ever.
Well, see, here's the thing.
Like, it's so terrible.
Before, it was like people could be bad and they would get in trouble, and then we started making it okay for him to do it, and then now it's like okay for everyone to do it.
Right.
Well,
got that there.
Yeah.
How's it going, guys? Welcome. So yeah, what we were saying, if you're racist, sexist, homophobic, we don't like you.
Yeah,
you're transphobic or just any sort of phobic. Yeah, I don't get it either.
Like in this day, and I get like back when you didn't understand shit.
When there's no internet, people were on it, like super ignorant.
Explored the continent, and you get there, and there's like people's skin color you never see. I get that. Oh no,
there are like, people that have never seen like a black person.
Different. Yeah, fuck you. If you were born after like 1940, you need to get with the fucking program. Yeah. Like after we've all like been in a world war together and shit, like. It's like, come on.
Or just
now.
like the sad thing is just like the stuff like that is it's a huge lack of humanity.
Yeah.
Like that's like there's already such a lack of humanity, or a lot of like, you know, depraved behaviors that make me question like whether being a good person even matters anymore or not. Because I don't know if it does. And most things I really, you know, I guess with the access that we have to everything, the fact that people are so resistant to challenge anything any thought that they have. I can't stand that a lot of these people are essentially just resisting
arrest.
Not even completely changing who they are, changing their mindset. Like they don't even they don't even think of like maybe taking another path or branching off. Like they don't branch out at like all. They never go off of the train track that is their opinionated bigotry.
The stereotype of the guy being like, "You're all sheeple, man. You're just following the crowd." Like that's like really what's happening. Like there's
so if you're not a terrible person, people think you're like conforming to woke culture, whatever the fuck people want to label like the left with all this shit.
Yeah, you're like, I think kids should have free lunch, and they're like, "You fucking socialist cunt," and you're like, "What the fuck?" Like I've liked or shared stuff on Facebook like about nothing, like that has nothing to do with politics.
The one thing that I like, I first of all don't think that either left or right is completely right or wrong. I think the right is significantly more incorrect about a lot more things. But the one thing that the parents, from what I get from a vague generalization of these things is, you know, a lot of conservatives believe that like if you don't, you can't get a free handout and you have to work. Now that's one of those things that I don't think that it's okay, and I don't think it's now. I think federal funds or anybody getting money from the government, and unfortunately, because it's such an ambiguous thing, I hate how a lot of people take advantage of it. I've known people personally, met many people that literally just fuck the government and they get away with it. And nothing bad really happens to them. It's like, unless you committed a large amount of fraud for a long time, enough for the IRS to actually give a shit, unless that happens, and you probably won't go to prison, you'll deal with, your credit being fucked up for a while at most, which again, most people don't care about probably. Yeah. But what frustrates me is like, I also don't think that anybody should just get a handout. That shit should literally be reserved for people that are fucking handicapped, like physically disabled, and people that are so, mentally far gone that they actually need. That's the sad part, is there are people that need it, and the ones that are taking advantage of it are taking away from those that actually need it.
Well, it's like our business. Like, the gas stations have messed up our thing, and like a lot of people, like if this ends, will like not have their medication.
Well, it represents it in a poor, like that shit
right,
sucks.
Exactly.
So
like everyone comes in here and they're like, "Oh, it's Delta 8," and you're like, "Nah," and then I gotta fucking explain everything. It's like,
right.
It's What was I gonna say?
Well, under YouTube's age restrictions, as far as they're concerned, they think all THCA is THC.
What did you say a second?
People not getting hand. I don't know if anybody should get a hand.
If you get a handout, here's the thing. Sometimes people need a handout, and then they come back stronger. Like, I'm definitely one of those people. Like I say all the time. Like,
rarely.
Well, I mean, like healthcare. I think if the cogs keep moving, the machine doesn't stop. If you keep the community on a lower scale happy, then like they tend to work better. You know what I mean?
The tragedy of it is that people want to fix the homeless problems, and they want to fix all these issues, but like I try to live in reality, or try to be such a pure realist, that I don't think that most homeless people are like they're not mentally well enough to be able to do anything else. Like, it's sad and it's fucked up, but
families. Like, if you're a fan, like if you have kids and you're homeless, there should be like some kind of fast track.
Completely different.
Yeah, right. Like, there should be like some kind of fast track.
But that's why people have kids, so that they can continue to take advantage of the government. This is what really frustrates me.
I've known people.
It's too complex to not be able for people to not fall into the cracks with fraudulent behavior.
There are people that view kids as property, not people. Like, they have kids, so they have like little slaves. Like, they have like, go and get me a beer kind of kids. I've known so many people that should not have been parents, that or friends' parents who treat them like that.
Yes.
And it's like, it's crazy. Like, they're like people. You can't just be like, no. So like a kid, you're gonna like, you have to like kind of listen to them. You can't just force shit on them. That's fucked up, man. I don't know.
No, you're right. You're right as far as.
Like, I saw some lady at the laundromat, like, yelling at her little kid and making him carry all the laundry, and he was, like, far too young to do it, and she was, like, on her phone and was, like, scolding him and being real mean and calling him fat. And he was just a little chub.
That's awful. Or the most fucked up shit ever, like, one of the most fucking awful things that I've seen on my 600-pound life, just watching the clips of that show, is watching a little, like, 6 or 7-year-old kid do literally every single fucking chore in the house, because his mom is too heavy, too, and she can't do it. Like, I was, like, sitting here watching this kid, he was doing the laundry, the dishes, cleaning everything. I was like, fuck, like, that's not right. No, like I'm all for, like, yes, like, kids are different. They're kind of like, they should be like, they're like, To Kill a Mockingbird is such a necessary book. Like, innocence should be preserved as much and as long as it fucking can. While I do think that that's important, I think that there is a time, your mid-teens, where it's okay. It's okay. I think when we were growing up, it was a little different. Like, if you're a millennial, when you were like 16, it's like if you weren't driving and had your own car, you were like judged or like looked down. Like I had access. I was able to borrow my mom's car, but I was with other kids with rich parents who like owned a fucking BMW. Like, not that the status. It's not a status thing. It's like we didn't feel bad about wanting to grow up. Like, we didn't like resist it. Now I think there's a resistance, and a lot of kids, like, because of the like Gen Zers especially, so much has been taken away from them that the things, that the little niceties and joys that they've had in their lives are the only joys and niceties that they have in their lives, that they're holding on to that for as long as they can, because they're aware of once they turn 18, everything like is expected of them, and they don't even have those opportunities. They don't have a fucking fair chance. The ones like you and I that are not born into wealth, like we never had a fucking chance. But what I'm getting at is I believe in conserving and preserving innocence, but there's nothing wrong with like wanting to mature, wanting to like get older and do those things. Neither extreme is good, you know.
They still have like kids still get like cyber bullied. I'm sure bullying still happens, but I feel like nowadays you don't have to really conform as much because kids just don't fucking care. Like now they're just like
there is no mono.
They're like get mogged or whatever fucking clavicle or whatever the fuck, some weird ass word, and then the other kids just like but they don't like. I don't see a lot of kids like whooping other kids.
They're
asses
like
and stuff.
There are the Chads and the Incels. Is like the two Gen Zer types that
like,
it feels
now
like.
It's more online. Like they fucking ruin you online. I don't see a lot of kids getting like fucked up
that's the
anymore.
Thing is,
videos.
Would you trade? Now would you
where's
trade?
World Star? Where'd it go? Where's World Star? Where's the little boy that come out and he'd say, "What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? You're gonna be bad. You're gonna do it." He said, "Get out of my face!" And then he gave him the chop, and they called him the Ninja Warrior. Who was from Texas, and he flipped the kid by his neck. Have you ever seen that?
I think, yeah.
There's like some. He's like a heavyset kid, and they're fucking with him. He's like, "Leave me alone, man." And he's like, "I said, leave me alone." And he like,
bro, and the kid like, he practically paralyzed. Like he like fucked him up.
He like fucking.
The kid was like walking away.
I want to say he might have been Australian.
Dude, that was like years ago. He was like that was like a middle school, elementary school, middle school like age. They were like kids. Like early teens or some shit.
They're still talking about it.
That clip is so fucked up as far as how quickly the kid, like what you said, like
he's like
absolutely suplex, like just like IRL WWE shit, like just someone. But not, like not.
But it's one of those things too. As somebody who's always been like a weird guy, it's like I get it. Like there, but I was always good about just like when people were like, "Oh, look, something weird" or whatever, and like fuck with me, I would just like let it go. I just never cared.
Yeah, I just took it. I was just like, now, would you trade See, we had like. Kind of middle ground, like it was like a 50-50 where I think we got.
I wasn't like picked on. I was just a weird guy. No one ever singled me out or anything. I can't bullied. Like, complain.
I was super shy and timid, and I think that's why people like wanted to fuck with me because they knew I wouldn't do anything. They like knew I would just deal with it.
A couple of people we knew in high school.
I never got
that when they were young.
Yeah, I never got like bullied though. Like in middle school, there was this one dickhead. So I'm pretty sure he's in like jail now or has been in and out of prison. So he's a fuck up. I had the last laugh because my life is great and you're probably a fucking loser piece of shit like you were back in middle school. But I was just sitting there minding my own business in gym, like changing, we're all changing. He just like slapped the fuck out of my back. And then I think the first time that happened, I slapped him back and then he slapped me back like even harder. And then I just like didn't. I think the few times he might have done that afterwards. Now this is at a middle school that my mom taught at. And she like gave him shit for that and was like, don't fuck with my kid kind of thing. And I had to that was obviously it didn't help me being like, oh, my mommy has to fight my battles for me. But I was just scared of what was gonna happen. Like I was so good at practicing restraint at that age. Like if I wasn't, I probably would have gotten gotten seriously injured or seriously injured somebody else. But I was as a 6 or 7 year old kid skateboarding or anything that I did, I was already extremely had an extremely developed restraint. Prefrontal cortex of the brain or whatever. I always find that part of the brain that helps because I've watched a lot of stuff about serial killers and they don't have that or it's extremely reduced. But anyway, I was so aware. I felt like I was a fucking old man when I was 10, and I just felt very aware of a lot of things and was freaked out by that shit.
Much older than the children I spoke to,
dude,
verbally.
I felt like I always felt like Ralph and Lord of the Flies.
I always had big words for the kid. And they'd be like, "What?" And I would have to be like, "Oh." Like I'm saying, for a lot of my life, I had to dumb myself down until high school. I didn't know people. Yeah. I had a couple of friends who were on the ball. Everyone else I really knew until maybe 8th grade was duh, Pokemon.
Dude, I remember having trying to have one deep thought or conversation with some random kid at my buddy's house in 7th or 8th grade. I was 12 or 13, and I remember it was something as simple as you ever think about why we're here or what all this is? And he was like, no, just literally no, I don't think about that. I'm the dumb kid. You remember the fuck Like,
look, I can light this body spray on fire.
A lot of
with a
people,
lighter.
most people, Let me use Axe body spray as a fucking flamethrower. Yeah.
Me and my friend did that though. Like I said, I did stupid.
These were also the kids we were talking about the choke out game that people would do.
Yeah,
they literally like practice
I wouldn't do that.
They did the like asphyxiation like as a like for fun.
I want to say
like this is
Space Monkey.
Is that what it was called?
I want to say like when I watched.
I just remember people like
seeing like a special about it, and they're like, "It's called Space Monkey."
Dude, like
or something.
I remember being absolutely shocked that people were doing that for fun. So again, I guess my original point I was trying to make was we grew up with kind of a half and half of like a little bit of psychological and physical, like not even torture, but antagonistic behavior. You know, like it was like kind of physical and mental. Now it's like all psychological. So while kids are probably riddled with all sorts of like depression and weird self-esteem issues, how many of them have actually been like, even if it was on accident or whatever, I got like punched in the face as a kid. I've been like growing up as a millennial and anybody before that, you got like you got fucking pushed around, like you got fucking hit in the face. Again, whether it was joking or whether someone was actually like trying to bully you or whatever, like I was asking for it because I was like a shit. Like this is like
I was asking.
No,
for
not
it.
in.
It was my fault.
Not in middle school, but in high school. Once I like realized that I'm like, you know, confident and awesome in a lot of ways. I got a little too confident in like high school or whatever. I would like fuck with people like as a joke. I would like fall asleep on people or like push them, and some of them didn't take that too well and would push me. I think one kid, literally, this guy named, literally in the middle of the courtyard at lunch, like I was fucking with him, or literally always as a joke, but people thought I was, you know, a dick. I was like, I was always such a like asshole, like fuck you, or like just very like, this is who I am. I don't give a shit what you think. That more so that energy, not actually like trying to be mean to people, but very fuck you, like I'm gonna do whatever I want kind of attitude. But one time, I pushed this kid, and he like just fucking like pushed me to the ground, like I fell on my fucking ass and just like got up, and I was like, I was just kidding, man, and had to like walk away. So you know, it's like mild. I think everyone our age experienced like not bullying like they did in like the 80s, Gen Xers and prior, you know, but like we got like we definitely got like fucked with, you know.
Like the Simpsons problem I had growing up, because I didn't get that. Okay, so I watched The Simpsons because I was old enough to understand, like, oh, you don't curse at school or whatever. But I thought that other kids watched The Simpsons and they got the jokes and stuff. So I would go to school and I would like quote Bart in certain situations, but they wouldn't know it. So then people thought I was like really mean because the teacher would be like, "What did you say?" And I would be like, "Well, Bart said it," and like they didn't like know what I was talking about, and so like I would look like a piece of shit. Like I'm trying to think of examples.
I get it. See, I feel like I wish I doubled down more on being really fucked up to people, like when I was a kid, because it was like
I wasn't meaning to.
I wish I doubled.
I'll say this and it'll be funny because it's apt, because it's like from The Simpsons, and then I said it and then they didn't know it, so it just looked like I was like.
No, I get
like
that. I get that. And I wish I doubled down on the people that were like fucked up to me bad. Like there were a lot of times where people would be mean to me, and I would literally just like sit in the corner on the bus and like start crying, or not crying, but like just feeling like really like you hurt my feelings. You know, I wish I was like a little more of an the empty shell of a human I am now. Not really, but I wish I was a little more like.
Or if you would have kicked people back.
I kind of wish like at that age, I really wish like I kicked the fuck out of somebody. Yeah, like I wish I got into a fight.
People I dealt with in school that like now that I know like none of that matters.
I would have loved to like
matter. You could have kicked the shit out of like everyone at school, and you become an adult, and it doesn't fucking matter.
Yeah, nobody cares. As long as you're not going to the point of like extreme violence that you need to be locked up.
Yeah,
you're
exactly.
Fine. Like people, especially at that time, people were like, oh, they're just
young kids. Maybe got detention for like 2 days, and you would have put somebody
in school suspension.
Yeah, and you would have put somebody in their fucking place that really needed it then, and now they're like a piece of shit now. Now if you do it, you go to jail.
Exactly. Now that that freedom of that is like gone once you turn 18.
People just need a good ass whooping.
Yeah.
Like they just need to be put in their place one time.
I only wish that I'm not violent in any way, shape, or form. However, the only reason I wish I doubled down is because of how much I wish I got out like more of that angsty rage that I still feel to this day. Like I feel like I've bottled it all up, and it comes out in my music and my
Somebody's
my
gonna,
words
like,
and my
have a
attitude.
fender bender with you, and you're gonna like bite them in
Dude,
the throat.
I wouldn't be that kind of person, like the person that like shot somebody at Subway because they put too much mayo on their sandwich.
Or the guy
I
that
wouldn't overreact
the
like
girls use the water cup at
Bro,
Taco Bell. There was a guy that worked at the Taco Bell, and from what I understand, the girls were teenagers, came in and wanted a water cup to get water. And he was like, y'all better get water with this, not fucking soda. And then they went over and they were getting soda. And he was like, hey, I told you not to do that. And they were like, what are you going to do? And he pulled out a fucking gun. And I don't think he, like, shot them, but he shot at them and, like, hit the soda machine and stuff.
My God.
And this is why they're now getting rid of self-serving sodas, because people, get water cups and then get soda. What's crazy is, like, if anytime I've ever gotten a water cup, I mean, I just drink water. I never really drink. I had some, like, orange soda last night, and I had like a Sprite when I got sushi with my parents the other day, but, like, I don't ever drink that shit that, I don't know. I just don't think about. I've never been that kind of person that's like, oh, let me sneak into this movie even though I paid for this other one. I'm just so honest. Like, I'm such a rule follower.
I snuck into a movie and I felt really bad.
No, I've done it too. When my friends were like pressuring me, like, bro, we're all going to this movie. Like, we're not going to. Like, I wanted to see Indiana Jones: Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. I guess it was a good thing. Well, we ended up watching You Don't Mess with the Zohan. I don't know. That's literally like picking between two pieces.
My
of
friend
shit,
John
basically.
went up to the movie Co. when it was there at City Place, and he goes, watch this, I'll get us fucking in. And then he goes, hey man, he said, you stay here. And he goes inside and he goes, hey, I want to go up to the Stack Bar and get some nachos and like popcorn, but I don't want to see a movie. Can I just like go and get that shit? Like, I'm just in the mood for it. And they were like, okay. And so he walked up the stairs and then went this way and then opened the door to the side and let me and Adrian in, and then we just went and saw fucking Iron Man. But like, you just go up and you're like, yeah, I want some pizza, but there ain't no pizza around here. And they're like, well, you can go up and get some, and they would just let you in. That one place we went, didn't even check the ticket.
Yeah, we went to a movie. We went to a movie theater, and they were like, just go. They basically said, just go. We didn't. Someone that we were with, we're not friends with them anymore, but someone we were with paid for the tickets. It was like, what the fuck did I pay for?
Yeah,
like,
there was a lot too.
Yeah,
It was like
it's like 10, like $15 each or each ticket or some shit. What now at a certain age, like, especially if you're like, I don't know, some dumb kid and you're just bored, I get, like, I understand the like wanting to break the rules or wanting to like be bad. I totally understand that. I've just never seen the point of it. Like, I've never seen the point of, trying to like fuck over a company or fuck over a place of business. Like, that's not important enough to me. Getting into a movie for free or getting free soda with a water is not important enough
I would rather
for that.
pay $17 than get in trouble and go to jail. That's my thing.
You're like petty thievery. It's like, well, you can't pay.
Well,
Like,
that's
people
why
try
I
to
don't
steal
do
little
hard
things.
drugs. It's like, wow, heroin's great, and it's like, yeah, but it's heroin. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you have to like inject yourself with a needle. I'm good.
Or
I'm fine.
Snort it or
yeah, or like, well, you could smoke it too and stuff. But what I'm
most
saying
of the
is,
time
like, I'm good. You know what I'm saying? Like, no.
If you're needing a syringe and something to tie off your
arm or
to get your.
I also have bad veins from when I was sick. Mine are all blown out already, so I couldn't do it anyway.
Damn.
Yeah.
It's just like, you're right. I've never seen it, but like, dude, that part in Trainspotting where they show just a close up of it being like melted and being absorbed into like the syringe, like watch that scene.
It's interesting to watch heroin be melted in like close-ups, like in like Requiem and stuff. Like
they use like the cotton. They're like
and like the way I like the way it looks when it's like burning the bubble, like it just chemical reaction.
That's what's funny to me is like all these serious like fucked up things in the world, dude, is like always more fascinating to me as an actor playing a role. Like, I am significantly more interested in playing and pretending to be a drug addict than actually being a drug addict. That's just me, though. I love playing pretend and living a life that's not mine, so I don't have to deal with the consequences. Val Kilmer acting is jumping off a cliff and knowing you're not going to die. Like, there's something really, so I don't know, I've always, like, the imagination of things, or things just being like,
imagination.
Like, not, what am I trying to say? Like, things and
The like, right? Yeah, you're like, what am I trying to say?
In the imagination or in theory, not in theory, like the idea of things is always going to be more exciting and more significant than the actual doing of the things. I say that as someone who's, you know, any woman that I really chased after and really desired, as soon as I got with them, I was like, oh, that's it. It was a little anticlimactic, you know what I mean? Like, you could be in love with some person, or you could be like so obsessed with wanting a job or wanting the thing, wanting the thing, and as soon as you get it, you're gonna realize how anticlimactic it is. It's significantly, everything is anticlimactic.
Like a kid with a ball. They have the ball and they don't want it, and then somebody takes it away, and they're like, I want the ball. It's because it's something, it's different. It's like why people look at it all the time. It's because people have affairs because it's like new, and you're sneaking around, and you feel like secret agents and fucking Cold War bullshit, and then then you found out, and then it's just a normal relationship. So it's like
the fucked up part of seeing people on podcasts say like, oh yeah, cheating is hot, but it's hot
because it's bad. Again, people are attracted to the badness of things.
It's also hot when you're on the oh man, did you see they were having an affair? That's so hot. Yeah, from the outside, but the people that are involved in the affair, like when it's found out, everything's ruined. Like they have to like rebuild their lives. They probably don't think it's hot or cool. You know what I mean? Like
yeah, exactly, man.
Like I would fucking
I think most of the time it comes down to people wanting to feed whatever impulses that they have. They like the impulse of it, and being impulsive is, especially in a time nowadays where people feel like there's so little in their control. That's one thing that your desires are like what you lust after, whether it's people or things. It's
I have to check how many eighths of bourbon we have left.
Yeah.
Because I was stupid, and instead of putting inventory recount, I added add stock and it.
No, I got you. We're talking about like all sorts of things here. I can cut this in a second, but yeah, like the other side of the wall, the other side of whatever you're like wanting in life, is always going to be. You'll never be able to.
You can't have any pudding unless you finish your meat.
Your expectations will never be met. Essentially, I don't think anything that we expect from these things. Like I want to succeed in music, and I want to be a successful. Like the goal is to be a world famous superstar, rock star, right? Yeah. That's what I have been like chasing my whole life. If that ever happens, I know for a fact that it's not going to feel anything like I expected it to.
You know what?
And I'm ready for it, but I'm ready for that. I'm ready for it's not what you think it's going to be. And then when you don't have that just zero expectations, then you're never really surprised or disappointed or like I personally don't want to put so much emphasis or importance on things that I literally can't control or have no say in. Like external factors are you never have a say in these things.
I just thought about it because you said it. I hadn't thought about it in a while because you're grown, you don't really think about it. Is it bad that I don't have, you're like, I've been chasing that my whole life, like that's my dream, and I was like, what's mine? I don't have one. I'm kind of just doing my thing. Is that bad? Like,
no,
okay.
No,
like
I wish that I was like that, honestly.
It used to be that I wanted to be like a writer and stuff, but realistically, I don't know if I'm going to be able to do that because, money.
Blaine, you can do whatever. You have a phone. It costs nothing to write in your notes.
No. I mean, like
publishing a book or something,
or like getting out to where like you would do it and stuff. It's very
traveling and going to the parts of the world where it matters.
Also, right? I'm happy here. Like I've thought about that too. When I was younger, I was like,
what if what you're doing right now is what
I like it? You know what I'm saying? Not that I hated Florida, but when I was younger, I was like, I'm gonna get out of here with all my friends and we're gonna move to LA and stuff. But I really
sorry, Mom and Dad. Yeah. I'm gonna have an extra Coke tonight and more nachos and
pizza rolls and Sunny D. Wow. I guess I forgive you guys. That's what you say to the parents on the commercial. They go, Chuck E. Cheese, I don't understand it. This guy.
Dude, they just said that on our thanks, Mom and Dad. Does this mean you're not going to get divorced now?
No. We still are.
You're going to have to go live with your grandparents. No, please.
You're going to have to go live with Grandma and pick beans. Yeah, I don't know. Like, I really like this part of Florida now. I don't like the people here, but I feel like I've been here so long that, like, I have to stay and, like, fight for it. It's changing a lot. I feel like for the worse.
You want to be the one of the few people that
still, like, I feel like West Palm needs to be more open-minded and, like, kind of like, it was more like Miami.
You want to keep it grounded. You want to be a part of keeping it grounded.
Or at least be here to see it burn to the ground. You know, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, when it all, like, I don't know.
No,
when they pull the plug on the power and we all have to eat each other or something. At least
I'm right there with you. No, dude, I don't know if I could picture myself living anywhere else, but I also don't want to stay here forever. I feel very much at a crossroads with that. Like,
I'd like to live in Maine someday.
Maine would be just fucking freezing.
Yeah, but it's so beautiful.
It is. Other parts of the country are really lovely.
I also like Arizona. I like the idea of a dry heat.
It'd
be nice for my allergies.
The thing with us is, like, because we're not used to that, it's like you have to be so much more aware of your hydration because you won't feel dehydrated. That, you know, that it's like easy to like.
And then if you go to that Aurora place or wherever the hell it is, you start hearing that hum. You heard about that? Yeah. The, like, Phoenix hum?
No, that's just from what I visited Arizona once, and this was like 20 years ago. I remember it being hot, but not like unbearable. That's what I've heard is sketchy about the heat in other parts of like the humidity is so intense here that we like feel like we're sweating. Like I feel like I'm in a sauna all the time.
Oh yeah.
That it's like I always feel like the need to replenish
oh my God.
my
we came out of Respectables last night and it was like it had been raining and it was like humid. Oh my God. I had like a fleece like vest from like the 2000s on, like those old Navy vests that are sleeveless with a long sleeve underneath, and Rob had on like a puffer coat like Jay-Z would wear. And it was so fucking hot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that's funny. So I guess like to finalize whatever we've been talking about.
I'd like to solve the puzzle. Have you seen it?
Life is amusing, isn't it? Kind of. Sometimes. I felt we had to wrap up whatever we were talking about. It was all over the place, but I guess it doesn't. I guess it doesn't matter. Sometimes things just sort of end.
What? Just everything?
I gotta say, this is why having a job is very important. I was in like the worst funk earlier and just hanging out with Blaine for a little while, for 2 hours. Literally a little over 2 hours I've been here.
The dust.
Yeah. Just hanging and talking with you, man, is like just takes my mind off of it.
That's why I
healthy
like
distractions.
This job. Yeah, that day that I wasn't feeling great, I came here and, like I said, even mornings when it's just me and Ryan, sometimes just coming in and talking about something that's not whatever I'm worried about, you know, at the time.
Yeah, like sometimes that's the best thing you could do is just get your mind off of it. However that is. Usually for me that's like music or I don't know, watching something or whatever.
Yeah, just like working, like, and then I just like forget about my troubles.
Yeah,
let's forget about.
I really appreciate you guys. I appreciate that I can.
Yeah, man.
You know,
always.
I can come here and just kind of. Not only do we have time to kind of vent out our like thoughts and feelings on things, but it's the fact that I don't feel. I mean, you ever work?
You don't feel like judged.
Yeah,
I don't anyway.
Yeah, or also like I like you guys and I want to talk to you about whatever. It's like I've worked with some people that like I'm like, oh my God, get me out of here. Like I've worked with, some people like, bro, like
yo, that guy that used to work here that you took his fucking job, that was him, bro. I do that a lot. But I do it as butthead, so it's funny, so no one notices. That's my favorite. When he's thinking and he's like, I don't know. Yeah. And it's like eyebrows like go up and his eyes are like small for that.
The amount of times like Travis and I have just been so stoned, dude, like laughing at just how Butthead looks. Like
he's
the amount of like it's the perfect high show.
It's like the funniest thing. Beavis from the front is like the funniest character. Yeah, it ain't gonna do you no good to complain about.
Blaine's a lot more well informed about politics than I am. I just get the spark notes of it.
And even then, I try to stay like away from it because it'll drive me fucking crazy.
How can it not? How can it not?
It's so bad.
It is really bad.
Oh wait, I'll have to show you later. He put out like Trump like shared what he wanted the $100 bill to look like, and it was like an AI mock-up, and it's just like a huge picture of him, and then instead of "In God We Trust," it says "God Bless Donald Trump" on it.
Oh my God!
And it's like he called the White House a shit house, and it's like I don't think you're allowed to do that.
You want to know something kind of hysterical that happened to me?
What?
Like that's something that I just was like, it was like a moment of like I can't get away from it. I was watching the Seinfeld commentary on the pilot.
Yeah.
And do you remember when Dalrymple is like losing his mind because like Elaine is just rejecting him so hard? He's like for months, like it's like months later after their date, and he's still like, Elaine, I don't want anybody else. And she's like straight up rejects me. Hangs up the phone or whatever, and like a PA or a key, like one of the, a grip, like bumps in him, and he's like, oh, I'm sorry, sir. He's like, who are you? What's your name? Yeah. And he's like, you're fired. And like one of the guys, I think it was Tom Sharonis and the other, so the art director or whatever of Seinfeld, like talking, and he was like, now we did this before Donald Trump. I was like, I can't get away from him. I'm trying to, because that was the commentary came out after The Apprentice was probably already a thing, So I was like, yo, like even when I'm trying to escape into some Seinfeld commentary, I can't get away from this guy.
Even when we were really little, before The Apprentice, he was.
Home Alone 2, and like he was that guy.
Who he was, like he was like always on TV, and he's like what a dumb person.
Yeah, he was like doing the Pizza Hut commercials and shit like that. Yeah.
Let's eat our pizza backwards, Marla Maples, and then I'll kill you and bury you on my golf course.
It was all a foreshadowing. No, say what?
I believe that's who it is. His first wife. She fell down the stairs and broke her neck, which is kind of suspicious.
She died?
Yeah, and then she's buried on his golf course, and her grave was I don't know if I'm sure it's not now, but when they went there, it was unattended and all overgrown. He's like a mobster. He's like, I buried my ex-wife on my golf course. He's such a weird. Oh wait, and here's why I did it though. If you bury someone there, he can legally call it a cemetery or like something like that, and he can get like a tax cut on the golf course. That's why I did it.
Oh my god.
Yeah, you can like apply for like some grant or something.
Now, that's what we were talking about earlier. People fucking the system or taking advantage of things. The rich do it just as much as the poor, obviously. Obviously.
There's no way that Tesla paid more than like $100 on taxes this year. I don't know how much they paid, but there's no way. He's always like skimping.
My God, my dad was telling me last night. There's just because of he's been firing people in the IRS, and it's like. This specific year tax season was probably so much shit that didn't get like a lot of shit that fell
through the cracks.
Or just like went under the radar, like a lot of stuff that people probably should have been caught for, and like I don't know when it comes to tax dollars or
we're all
it should just be it should be fair, if you make what I make, maybe $12,000 a year, or I make fucking nothing every year. I probably shouldn't be paying multiple thousands of dollars in taxes. I actually got money back this year because of how much I made, and because they take it out of our checks here.
I got like 300 something because I got 480 back, but they take the shit out.
I got a little bit back. I got a little bit back in my tax return.
Just a little bit. George, a little bit back on my return. It's okay though.
But hey, I love having these conversations with you, Blaine. I love talking about just whatever, like
somebody asked me yesterday. I was talking about.
I appreciate that you could you and I can keep up with each other. That's what I really love about just with us with having. These
it's
chats.
not like boring. At least if somebody's watching it, at least they'll be engaged. Like even if they don't agree with us, at least it's not just like, do you like snacks, bro? No cap.
Dude, those kids in the podcast that all they talk about is food. They made fun of it on SNL and shit.
They're like spot on though.
That was actually a really one with Sabrina Carpenter. It was actually like exactly how it was.
I saw like a side by. You know who else is?
He's great? Like the dumbest fucking. You young people have the dumbest words right now. It's so fucking dumb. The guy
that plays Trump is great on SNL right now, but you know who's fantastic is the guy that does Tucker Carlson.
Didn't Alec Baldwin do it?
He was Trump, he killed somebody, and then.
But he almost has that same structure of like he has that same profile. And you know what I mean? I guess Stephen Baldwin more so.
I like Billy Baldwin.
I fucking love that bit.
Like all the Baldwins.
The South Park movie where all the Baldwins are dead.
That's like all the Sheen and Estevez's. Did I tell you what happened with Mass Effect that was really funny?
Mm-mm.
So, there's a character called the Elusive Man, and like I've been playing, and I was like, man, if they ever make this into a movie, they need to cast Martin Sheen as this guy because he sounds and acts just like him. And so I started playing it for Doc and Rob, and I said that to them, and then he was like, "It is," and I was like, "What?" And he's like, "It is Martin Sheen, boy." And he was like, I just looked it up. Yeah, and like for months I had been like, man, this guy is exactly, it was Martin Sheen. He looked it up or whatever.
They just like throw him out of an apartment building or whatever.
Yeah.
No, that's pretty awesome. I love those moments of like that there's no way. Dude, I was watching The Boys recently, and out of nowhere, Sam Jackson is voicing like this sharp.
Yeah, I saw that.
I was like, I know that boy. I couldn't tell if it was him or Tracy Morgan at first, and then once he started Sam Jacksoning it up.
Yeah,
you know, like
giving him the old Sam Jackson,
the deep blue sea, like, you know, we're gonna get out of this, whatever the fuck. That's actually hilarious that he gets
that's
and then
that is like the best fake out ever.
That's a solid choice to
what a
have
great thing.
See, I love black people.
George goes back to that black family's house to prove he has a black friend, and then she goes, "Daddy's back," and he's like, "Run upstairs, baby, go on, get out of here," or whatever. She's like, "Ah!" up the stairs.
Yeah.
No, I swear, I'm here.
Yeah, he's just like, get up here right this instant. Like, so that's the best when he spills juice on their couch in the original episode, watching Breakfast at Tiffany's with them. The best is that young actress, bro. She's so good at not laughing. You can tell, like when they finally when they finally commit in rehearsals, and especially in that kind of thing in theater, you're never rehearsing with actual liquids or any actual thing. That as soon as you introduce the thing, it was just a great moment where she like kept it together and didn't ruin the take somehow, because I would have been laughing my ass off. Hell yeah. Anyway, the consensus is we like everybody. I love the world. I actually love people, and I'm getting sick of people ruining that. That smells really good, man. I just got some nice little nuggets, bro. But I guess you and I can agree on that. It's like there's so much to like, and so many the world is so awesome and just so corrupt. There's so much good too.
My thing is, why would you close yourself off by being racist? Then you don't get to experience all the great cultures. There's so many foods and music.
Yeah, you're just missing out. You're basically just missing out, yeah.
And you're doing it to yourself. No one's making you be that way. You're just like a crotchety old fuck. Like, it's like...
wanting to I mean, the irony is that these are the people that would make fun of Gen Zers for having a safe space when that's them.
It's like
having a safe, like they don't want to they don't want to go outside.
And my thing is, they're like, oh, I don't understand this, so I'm mad and I hate it. Like, I don't understand everything. Like, I have trans friends and I'm very supportive of them, but I don't like understand everything they go through.
We would never.
Like, yeah. It's like not weird, but you know, like it's I don't know. You know, like
my dad worded it.
Never be mean to them.
Of course.
I don't you know what I'm saying?
My dad worded it perfectly. He said, I could never imagine how that must feel to not want to be in my body that much.
Yeah,
that's the word. That is like that. When he said that, I was like, holy fuck.
That's the only thing you should really feel comfortable with. Hopefully, is everybody feels comfortable. That's like a human right. Everybody should feel comfortable in their fucking skin. You know what I'm saying? As long as you're not hurting anybody or whatever. That's what bothers me too. Like, people associate like gay or trans people with like pedophiles, and it's like that's two different fucking things. That's somebody trying to live their life like a certain way, and Christian people. That's mostly like every time I see a pedophile in the news, it's like some kind of fucking pastor or something.
Or somebody who's super elitist. Wealthy,
or somebody who like shared a bunch of stuff that was like, it's the gays doing it or whatever. It's never like drag show interrupted by pedophiles.
I went to multiple drag shows, and they're fun actually. There's a super fun time.
Drag people are just fun in general.
Yeah. When I was doing that show at the local like community theater when I was like 15 or whatever, 15 or 16, we went to like multiple shows, and I remember it just being like very different. But like when I was that age, I never once was like, I don't know, it's so different if you're with people that are like, it really is. Not that I would have reacted differently if I was with any other people, but yeah, I was like, I was just trying not to be. I think I was trying not to be awkward or do anything that would be like uncomfortable for the performers or me.
You don't want to be like.
Yeah, like
That was the only thing I took away from it at that age. Seeing that at a young age. Now I've been to Amsterdam and watched people have sex on stage, and that was
cool.
pretty wild. Yeah, I watched a couple cuck me and my ex-girlfriend and the entire audience that in that moment, and it was pretty funny.
Well, that's cool.
It was pretty. Just saying that, like, having that story is just really fascinating. And the funniest part about that too is we were just like, it was mainly people like giving blowjobs or doing solo performances, and like I remember even whispering to my ex, like, are we gonna see some actual, like, are people gonna be like fucking though? And then immediately like curtain went up to like some woman like just blowing this dude, and they like started fucking at some point. And
cool.
it was pretty wild. Yeah, dude, Amsterdam. See, but my ex-girlfriend who travels and does a lot of that shit, she made she just always made a good point of like, that's just when you're in certain parts of the world, there are certain things that like you cross off, check off these boxes of things that's like an experience. Like I wouldn't I'm less likely to do that here in America. It's not like I go to like people's mansions, go to like orgies or sex parties. Like I'm just not into that shit. Orgy. This is like a weird half nude buffet party. What?
Frank, who are these?
You I don't know, you want to go under the bridge? Why would I want to go under the bridge? I don't know, could be cool. It could be cool. What is it? Who is that? That guy isn't even wearing a mask. He's right. This beak is getting in the way of my nosh. Oh, Frank, don't take off
my nosh. Yeah.
That's the fucking best. That is... Which episode is that? Mac and Charlie Die.
Is that
part 1? Yeah, Mac and Charlie Die part 1, I think, or part 2 or whatever. That one's so... I just watched that recently. It's so fucking good.
He has the popper under his nose and he's firing the gun in the wedding dress at the car.
I was watching that. Was I watching that with you or somebody else? And we were laughing. Like, I think I was watching that I think I was working with Rob on when you guys switched recently. Yeah. And he was just like, I love how he like has to walk with, like Charlie has to walk with him with the poppers or whatever. Yeah, like he still has the dress on. Like he ended up like he ended up getting it anyway.
Oh, that's sad, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. And then he's like, yeah, so we'll take the poppers and the gun and the dress.
And the guy the guy at the pawn shop was the guy that was at the buffet the orgy buffet party.
It is?
Yeah, he's the guy that answers the door.
Oh, that's funny.
Like, yeah, he's just, let me see what I got, and brings them the grenade. He's also the one that answers the door with the mask on that, like, they give the password to. I'm pretty positive that's him, yeah.
That's really funny.
That is a funny connection, right? Like, he's in the same, like that same guy is just like
he's
a weird...
all over.
Just this weird unknown pawn shop guy.
Pawn shop orgy guy.
Yeah.
So weird, like, some nights it'll be fucking so dark when we leave.
Yeah, no, it's like, it feels really... like perfectly gray out right now, actually. It's like looking a little different on the camera, but in real life it looks like I don't know. Everything's very like bluish gray. Very cool. Well, another good day as always. Thanks for helping me get out of the funk I was feeling earlier.
Yeah, man. That's what I'm here for.
Sweet. As we've seen today, having something to do or having just any sort of purpose in your life, even if it's as small as, even if it feels as small as like a little shop, working at a little shop like my life is, even that got me out of how I was feeling earlier. And I don't necessarily feel like happy right now. And I was just, Blaine was like like talking with him and just hanging out with him for the last few hours was such a nice escape from that, or just like I haven't been thinking about that now for the last few hours. Whereas if I was home this entire time, I probably would have just been bummed out all day and depressed and shit. Like I still feel like kind of like, I don't know, weird. I just feel like I woke up weird, feeling weird or whatever, or feeling off or something, and now I don't feel as off is all. I'm wording all of that very, very terribly, very poorly, but that's okay. None of this matters. None of this matters. Nothing matters. We're all dead. No. I'm grateful to have a job that I can kind of get away from my life at, though. And I'm gonna be home in a little bit. But let's end this here, because from how much Blaine and I were talking, how much I was talking earlier, this is gonna be a longer one. So, much love to you all. Thank you for watching. Catch you next time.